Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mall Simulator. Now, this little episode is going to be a little different from what I've done before. So, basically, what I'm going to show you guys is a little bit of tips and tricks on how to grow your mall relatively fast. As you see right now, I have well over $221,000, and that's pretty much what I made in a day. So basically, I'm going to show you how to do this one little small step at a time. So basically, whenever you start out, your mall is going to be pretty well completely empty. One of the first stores you're going to open is your clothing store. One of the things to make sure that you have is your cashier. Now, it may take you a little bit to get your funding going for your cashier. So you may actually have to do a little bit of cashiering yourself, which I did in the very beginning. And then you want to make sure you have your stalker. Now, once you have these and you have your items, so whenever you start out, your licensing is on here is your very first one here. So it gives you pretty much 4 different items: the green shirt, the blue shirt, the what is that, burnt orange, and then your black little over blazer jacket. As you continue to grow, what you want to do is you want to make sure you purchase your licensing and get your products in. So what I've done is on each one of the products that we have. So what I've done is I've taken it 20% above market price. So that puts it at 75.01. Now, whenever you're doing your cashiering yourself, you can set the prices as far as to round it to where you don't have to deal with any type of change, because let me tell you, dealing with the change is actually kind of insane. Whenever they do the what is it, whenever they, I can't access the register, she's accessing it. But anyways, once you get in and do the credit cards, you should be able to auto do it in a way, so it kind of helps out a little bit. But you want to get more people in your mall. You want to have more licensing, expand your store, and get your products in. And that goes for every store you have. So the first store you can start out with is your clothing store, which does pretty well for the most part to get yourself up and going. One of the next things you want to do is kind of get some snack machines, soda machines. And to do that, you're going to go into machines. So you have stores here, you have machines, and you have services here. Your machines are going to have, you can get your drink machines, candy machines, ATM. ATM doesn't really give you a whole lot, but it does give you extra what's called passive income. And then your claw machine, your photo booth, your snack machine, and your TCG machine, which these are kind of like your trading cards games, which is what TCG means. So you want to make sure that you get your products, you want to get your licensing, you want to get your furniture. So anytime you click into any of these, your furnitures are going to be in there, along with the storage shelf that you can stock. So what I started out with was the drink machine. I got my licensing for it was the cola, the Diet Cola, and the orange, which is kind of like a Fanta, I guess, in a way. So I started out with these 3. They do okay, but it's really when you get up into these that they seem to do pretty well. Again, that's the same thing with the snack machines. You start out with kind of like a Snickers, Mentos, I guess that's what that's supposed to be, Oreo cookies, Kit Kats, gummy bears, Cheetos, kitty prizes, which is kind of like the little egg prizes you get. And the final one is the Reese's, the M&Ms, and I guess that's supposed to be Pringles. So again, you want to make sure that you keep this stuff relatively stocked. Now, whenever you load in, you're going to come in the door. You can come over here to the right. This is your storage. Now, of course, my storage is relatively a good size. I've got quite a bit of shelves in here, but it's to take care of all my product. Now, this is not the only storage you have. So if you click on the elevator, you go up the elevator, okay? So as soon as that door opens, you actually have a storage too. So you have 2 storages on each level. Now, whenever you load in the game and you see the upcoming stuff, there's actually going to be a level 3. So we're going to have a lot more to come. So I'm going to take you back down and I'm going to show you a little bit how to really get this going. So the stuff that I have in the store, you want to make sure that you have these as well, because these here get you passive income as well. So you can set those up anywhere in the location. It doesn't matter where they are. I've designed mine to be a little bit more cozy, more inviting. So you have like big sale, end of season, 50% off. You've got some plants. You've got a little fountain, a little sitting area here, another fountain, more plants, and another big sale. And so it's easy for you to be able to decorate. So in order to decorate, you want to go into store and you want to go to decorations. Now, decorations will unlock as you go forward. So I have all of them unlocked, but I don't have all of them in the actual mall. One good thing that you can put is for your clothing store, you can put the mannequins and stuff. And yes, you can put them in the windows. These are the ones that I have put in. I think I put these two here in, but you can put them in the windows. The toy store, they don't really have a window. The supermarket don't really have a window. They do as far as your sporting goods. So I did put, let me see if I can set up here. There we go. I did put some little stuff in here to kind of show off what we offer. But you want to make sure that each one of your stores, you upgrade them by upgrading your licensing. You could do that for every store you have. I still got to upgrade that one. And once you upgrade and you get the product in, you expand your stores, they are going to start making you money. Now, I was just playing off recording yesterday, and I just let the mall do its thing. So I stood over here in the corner and I just let the mall do its thing. And by the time I realized, I looked, every one of my stores was completely and utterly empty. There was not a single product left on any of the shelves. So except for this one here, I had to go through and rebuy every bit of the product. And let me tell you, it's a lot of money. So be prepared. The more product you have, the more money you're going to have to spend to restock, but the more money you're going to make. Now, a lot of things you can do the markup. I would say do not mark up over 20%, because then they're going to say it's too much. Some of them even still say it's too much. So what I do is I mark them down to 10% over market value, and that seems to do relatively well. You're still making a good little profit off of it. So as you continue going, you can unlock more and get more machines. The photo booths do very well. They have a good little thing here for their little overlay on their pictures. So the photo booth does pretty good. Candy machines, not so much. I mean, they make $20, $30, $40. So they don't make a whole lot for you. I will say some of your vending machines do make a good little penny, but some of them do not. Some of them may only make like $100. Some may make $300. Some may make $500. Some may make $1,000. So the ones that I would say is, get a couple little snack machines, couple little drink machines. You can replace the drinks and the stuff as time goes on if you want to. If you don't want to have that many machines in your store, then that is perfectly fine. I have every one as I get them. I just add them just so I can have multiple variety of things for them to like to have. Another thing is your trading card games. So you want to make sure that on these here, you do make sure you have yours fully stocked, because they do make some money. They do make some money. Along with the claw machine, your claw machines will make you good money. Oh, I didn't even collect that one. Your claw machines make you good little money, like this one here. I already collected it like toward the end of closing time, and it still made $182. So your claw machines do very well. Your photo boost machines, most of them do very well. Your trading card games do very well. So those are the extra ones that you're really going to want. Now, when it comes to your bathroom, you want to make sure that your Oh, that was a little bit low. Probably need to buy some more. But anyways, you want to make sure that your toilet papers are full, or at least they do have product in there. You want to make sure that your what is this? Your, I guess, soaps, you want to make sure those are filled. I'm switching over from the originals to the upgraded version. So that's where you start seeing the purple toilet paper and the regular toilet paper. I'm just trying to get rid of the regular toilet paper, and then I will go into the full toilet paper. Now, remember, remember, so your basics, when you do your basics, is going to be low costing. So you can continue doing this. The higher ones, the higher as far as licensing you get, the higher the licensing, the higher the price of the product is going to be. It's just kind of one of those things that whenever you're trying to build your store, you want to build it correctly. You want to build it profitable, right? So I would say whenever you do start out with your clothing store, get your clothing store at least 1 or 2 licensing behind you, at least 1 licensing, 1 extra licensing that you want to do. So you want to make sure you get this licensing here. Once you do that, you can expand the store. Then you can start opening up your another store, which I think it kind of gives you a variety of ones that you want to open. So here, let me go up here real quick and do one that I have not opened to kind of show you how they set into place. So the clothing store, then you have supermarket, toy store, or sports market, toy store, supermarket, game store, tech, was it cosmetics, cafeteria, home goods, arcade, and cinema. Then you have burger shop, jewelry, florist, and then sushi bar. So you're going to be able to open, like, say for instance, this one here, I think it gave me the three that I could open here, because this was my first store. It gave me the 3 that I can open. And then I just choose which one. They're all going to be different price. Like here, 90,000, 150, and then that, what is that, 120,000. So you can do different ones. You don't have to do them in order unless you absolutely want to. Now remember, this is your mall. You design it the way you want to. You decorate it the way you want to. It is your mall. Completely 100% your mall. I still don't like that pink. Hey devs, you do me a favor, let us change that color, please. But anyways, so your cafeteria is not what you think it is. Your cafeteria is a bakery, which I think it should have been changed to bakery. Your mall cinema, I will tell you, this is going to, once you get up to, you can actually open this. This is what's going to be your moneymaker. There is, I love my cinema. I love my cinema. Also too, I didn't even collect that one either. Is your arcade. Now your arcade is a passive. You do not have to stock it. You do not have to have any workers, nothing. It is a passive income. Once you open up your arcade, it is literally just buying license and buying products. That's all it is. You could do, of course, decorations if you choose to, but workers, there are none. You can expand it to get it bigger to put in the actual your games. That is perfectly fine. I will be expanding this and adding more of these games because you can have multiple of the same game in there because people will come in and they want to play and there's nothing for them to play because they're all taken up. You can add more. I mean, 100% more. You can add more. And the same thing with any of your other stuff. As you upgrade your mall, you will start with this one here. Then you go here, 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 and then it comes over to here. So you only have 6 openings in your movie theater for as of right now. The same thing with your tech store. The tech store, you want to make sure you buy your product, you get your licensing as you get extra money, and go from there. Now, here's another thing that you can do. And I will not suggest this as just to do unless you actually want to. Oh, I gotta pay my bills. Oh yeah, you do have bills you have to pay. The bank loans. As you get higher, you can take out a bank loan. Now this one here, I have a bank loan on, but I only had to take it out because I actually needed to. So I'm gonna go ahead and pay those 2 payments off. And then this one here says it keeps track. It still says I have 20 payments left. And then all I owe is 98,000 and I could pay it off early if I choose to. But anyways, whenever you get here, the CCTVs, you actually have cameras. You can look into each one of your stores to see, okay, well, do I need to stock this one? Do I need to stock this one? How is this one going? It is absolutely amazing. I love the CCTVs. Now, the mall design goes straight to decorations. It doesn't take you anywhere else. It goes straight to the decorations. So what I did with mine to make this profitable, I opened up my stores one at a time, slowly but surely, and it's taken me gameplay probably a little over a week to get here, but that's grinding for about 2 to 3 hours a day on it. I don't play it like all day long because I would be a lot harder than what I am. But I started out with a clothing store, then I went to the sports store, then I went to the toy store, then I went to the supermarket, then I went to the games, and then I went to the home goods. The same thing, vice versa. I'm going back and forth. This one here is very lucrative. The toy store is absolutely phenomenal. So my toy store, what I've got with it is all I have is one more license to buy, and then it is maxed. There is nothing else I can do with this. So the object of the game is to max out each one of your stores. This one here, I only have one more, and I can max this one here out. And then this one here will be done. The same thing with the sports. I don't know if I have the sports one. I've got it already maxed. There is no more merch that I could put into the store. It is maxed. I mean, I got to stock it, but yeah. Same thing with your supermarket. Supermarket, it does go down to quite a bit. You can actually sell alcohol, which I think is absolutely cool. You could sell produce. You could sell all kinds of necessities, dog stuff. You know, there's so much that you can sell. Same thing with the home goods and same things with the games. I think I've got my game store pretty well. Yeah, I've only got 2 more to go with the game store, and then it is maxed. I will make sure I expand it one more time and then go from there. You don't fully have to expand it all the way out, but you could. It would allow more people to be in your store. So make sure, guys, make sure you have your snacks, your drinks, your photo booths, and the claw machines. Those will help make you extra money. When you're able to open your arcade, make sure you open your arcade. Make sure you get some arcade machines in here. And then just kind of design them all the way you want to. It's not really that hard. It's literally just a little grind fest, and it's just watching your people come in. Now, one thing I will say is you start out with parking meters. You start out, I do believe, with 2 parking meters. So at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you come out and you collect the funds from these parking meters, because there will be money that will come in. It is another passive income for you. And then you will, I believe, after those 2 are opened, then after a while, I believe you open this one here, which is kind of like your elite, and then it goes over here to VIP. I think you have to be, what is it, level 12, I think, to get the VIP, I do believe. And then over here, I believe you have to be like level 6 or level 8 or something like that. It's all about the leveling system, even to be able to unlock certain things. Like stores up here, I'm still not able to get. I can open up 1, 2, 3, but this one here, I cannot unlock until I'm level 20 for this location here. I can put 3 more stores in, but this one here, I cannot do anything with until I'm level 20. So these are locked ones. So I can do these 3 here in different ones, and then this is at level 20, your sushi bar. It is the final one to unlock. Then at that point, you're going to have to make sure, oh, it's not on this. You're going to have to make sure that, you know, once you reach your level 20, you have the funding, open your store, make sure you get your cashier, make sure you get your stalker, because that helps you out tremendously. And your stalkers will be a lot more expensive than your cashiers. I believe my stalker for my tech was like 50K. So you're going to have some money. You're definitely going to have some money. So guys, again, thank you guys so much. That is going to be it for this video. I did not want this video to be very long. I just wanted to kind of give you a few little helpful tips and tricks on what you guys can actually do to help make a little bit of money in your mall. Just kind of going off of what I did because it worked. And my ideas were not fully my ideas. I designed them all the way I wanted to, but I also listened to the comments down below. So guys, if you have any more little tips and tricks that you want to kind of push out there and to where we can make another little video about it to help everyone learn how to play this game and be able to play it and be able to be lucrative, please make sure you comment in the comments down below. Let us know what your tips and tricks were. If you have a little tip that you want to put in that has made you a lot more money than what, some other ones have, let us know. We'd be happy to, to get everybody's, little tips and tricks and put them all in a video. So guys, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly do appreciate that. And we'll see you guys in the next video.